The Slumber, a short story by Oscar Wilder. Read by Oscar Wilder. In ancient times, when humanity reached the pinnacle of technology, the gods transitioned from divine beings to equals, and eventually to beings of lesser importance. Human technology had advanced to such a point that all the powers and phenomena once accredited to the divine could be controlled and subdued with ease using their technology. The gods once worshipped became obsolete. As humanity reached new heights, the gods felt betrayed by the creatures that had once felt honored with their presence, creatures who now dared to call themselves gods. Adding insult to injury, humans created a new technology to ward off sickness and old age. This machine, however, required a true god to be placed into a deep slumber so it could extract their essence and scatter the divine particles amongst the human population. One by one, the old gods were captured, subdued, and placed within this machine to grant humans prolonged life and health. But there was a catch. As a god's power was absorbed, the slumbering god would age and decay until not a single speck of them remained. With the loss of each deity, a piece of humanity was lost as well. At first, no one noticed. Their lives were so perfect they needed nothing. Yet slowly their core traits began to vanish. Their sense of hope, ambition, belonging, and even pleasure simply withered away slowly without raising any concerns. Humankind became hollow shells. Society and spirit degraded in tandem. Eventually, the last of the old gods was placed in the machine, but he was never fully absorbed. Humanity had lost the interest and drive to continue the process. This last god remained in slumber for hundreds of thousands of years, while humanity degenerated into a nomadic existence. Because his final god was spared, humanity's last trace of benevolence was preserved. Millennia passed, and the great feats of technology achieved by humanity in the past were reclaimed by vegetation and wildlife as if it had never existed. When the power source feeding the stasis capsule finally extinguished, the last of the gods emerged. He found the world 4,000 years behind the civilization he remembered. They were no longer conquering the stars. They were back on Earth, living as they had in ancient times when they still felt respect and fear for the divine. Imbued with the combined traces of his fallen brothers and sisters, he stood alone. His only thought now was,